Introducing the all-new Hyundai Accent. It gives you a serious array of responsible features without losing its wild side. The 2000 Accent from Hyundai, with the freedom of America's best warranty.
Ready for non-stop action at Elmsford Raceway. You'll feel like you're racing with the pros at high speed on our 3 fun tracks. The folks at Elmsford Raceway know fun. They've been racing for over 30 years. Elmsford Raceway is perfect for great parties and adult competition. Elmsford Raceway has tons of accessories for chills, spills, and great action thrills. It's Elmsford and Stamford Raceway. Call us for flat-out fun. 592-5375.
Some say this will work. Some say this is even better. Some listen, some don't. But we're all watching.
TBS NBA Monday is brought to you by Hyundai. Every Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty with 10 years powertrain coverage. By the more than 2,800 AutoZone stores across America. AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts. By Daytech Online, the rules of online trading are changing. And by Puma, authentic sports heritage for
Lakers trying to make it 16 in a row for the second time this season. Could the Clippers do something about that or about Shaq? Speaking of the Clips, we're going to focus on their 2 high-profile assistants, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Dennis Johnson. Kenny Smith is here, being profound. It's Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. Next.
And here is the pass. Boogie Bogues to Vince Carter. A spectacular play on both ends.
It looked like he did the swim move. He had to hang in the air.
Allen underneath to Ham. Now to Johnson. Back to Ham. Goes up strong out to Kempe and dunks it.
Not that they've taken bad shots, but just like that. You know, you get fast breaks off a stolen ball. Good advantage.
Dennis Kidd to Hardaway. Hardaway the steal, Kidd the assist, and the fireworks afterwards.
Fox has got the ball. He's allowed to pass. Slam dunk. Standing ovation. Beautiful play. 54 points. Career high.
2 seconds. Garrity. Yes! For the win. How do you like that?
On a TBS NBA Monday doubleheader night, we take you inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai, along with Kenny the Jet Smith, Ernie Johnson in Atlanta. And what an impressive win by the Toronto Raptors tonight. They are now the only team in the NBA to beat the Lakers in their gym and beat the Blazers on their home floor this season. And they've won 6 in a row, and that ties their franchise high. This was impressive.
Very impressive. You look at what the Toronto Raptors are doing right now in their 6-game winning streak. They're moving the basketball, they're hitting the threes, and they're starting their big lineup with Tracy McGrady. I'm trying to figure out, where's Tracy McGrady been for the first half of the season?
He's been there.
Why hasn't he been starting? That lineup is very difficult. We talk about the Magic, the Michael Jordan, Vince Carter comparison. A la Chicago Bulls, when they had Ron Harper, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan. A big 3 up front is very difficult to match up against.
Doug Christie going for 26 tonight. Vince Carter goes for 35, and the Raptors win at 109-90. The story of the night, though, in the NBA is the season high in points. And who put him up there? Shaquille O'Neal scores 61 tonight with 23 rebounds. It's 24 out of 35 from the field, and that's a good place to start our fast break. Look at the scores as the Lakers bid to make it 16 straight wins for the second time this year, and they do it. At the Staples Center over the Clippers, 123-103. Highlights of that game and all the numbers crunching we can do about Shaq's night still to come. The Dallas Mavericks and the Sacramento Kings at Arco, 130-109. The Kings winners over the Mavericks, who are now 3-8 when Dennis Rodman plays. The New Jersey Nets and San Antonio Spurs, a 2-point win for San Antonio, 106-104. 6 losses by 2 for the New Jersey Nets this year, 2 of those against the San Antonio Spurs. The Milwaukee Bucks beat the Hawks by 33 at the Bradley Center tonight. Milwaukee had lost 8 of 9 at home. They get it on the right track tonight in a big way over Atlanta. Phoenix Suns and the Miami Heat. This was game 1 of our TBS doubleheader tonight, and the Suns win at 100-92. The Heat now tied in the loss column with the Knicks for the top spot in the Atlantic Division. And the Orlando Magic trying to chase down Milwaukee for the number 8 spot in the East. Winners over Washington 87-85 in dramatic fashion. We'll show you those highlights in just a bit here on Inside the NBA. The Pistons fired Alvin Gentry today. Detroit had dropped 7 out of 10 since the All-Star break, and the last 3 in a row, falling to 28-30, number 7 in the East. Assistant George Irvin, who once coached the Pacers for a couple of seasons in the mid-'80s, takes over as the interim head coach and will make his debut Wednesday at home against the Orlando Magic. The timing of this thing, I think, was I caught a few people off guard here, and Alvin Gentry probably surprised at that. Where is Detroit going, and how surprised were you to see this move made?
I was surprised. If you look at the record, 28-30 is not impressive. However, if you look at the team personnel, they don't have those big bodies inside. You look at Orlando, they playing well. They have a Ben Wallace they can throw in there. Everyone has a big body. They don't. I say Joe Dumars is sitting up there in that front office. He's the play operation. Come on down, Joe. It's time to coach the Pistons. Get back into be a bad boy. Get on the bench and coach these guys that they respect you so much.
Joe was quoted as saying that it was time to give the team a jolt. That's why the move was made.
Down to the
that would be a real jolt.
Down, Joe. Joe on down, Joe.
Go down to the bench. He's hot for you, Joe. He's been saying it all night long. When we come back, we're going to crank out the first bunch of highlights on the evening. The Nets winding up their 5-game journey through the Midwest at the home of the champs in San Antonio, while the Wizards search for back-to-back wins for the first time since December. Will there be some late-game magic? We'll be back.
Inside the NBA on the Superstation is brought to you by Hyundai. Every Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty with 10 years powertrain coverage. And by Napa Auto Parts. We keep America running.
Introducing the all-new Hyundai Accent. It gives you a serious array of responsible features without losing its wild side. The 2000 Accent from Hyundai, with the freedom of America's best warranty.
I can see you, a shining star in my thoughts. You're never far. Little moments, light as air, perfect days everywhere. We belong together, you and I, forever.
At any given second, in here, it's always Friday.
Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. How, 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 how.
Right this second, Friday's famous Jack Daniel's grill is heating up, and we're covering your favorite entrees with our signature Jack Daniel's sauce.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Every week on the Superstation, there's a storm shaking the ground, pushing the limits. Thunder last week. WCW featured a big-time brawl as NWO brought blinding pain to the Sid Vicious gang.
And there's the H-bomb on Kidman.
This Wednesday on the Superstation, feel the thunder. Thunder, Wednesday at 9:05 Eastern, only on the Superstation.
AutoZone's this date in NBA history. 18 years ago, the Spurs beat the Bucks 171-166 in triple OT, and that was, at the time, the highest scoring game in league history, eclipsed not long thereafter by the Pistons and the Nuggets in another triple overtime game. That's AutoZone's this date in NBA history. The Spurs tonight At home against the New Jersey Nets, Jaren Jackson lightened it up from three-point range, 106 to 100. But New Jersey would not go away. Keith Van Horn into the paint, had 23 on the night. The lead was 2. That was also the lead when they played in New Jersey earlier this year. It was December 2nd. And what happened, Stephon Marbury got blocked by Tim Duncan. So what would happen tonight with a 2-point game and New Jersey with the ball? Well, you get the ball to Stephon Marbury, Kenny.
Get it to Stephon. He's usually great at getting into the lane. He does get there, but he loses it up at hip. Mariolia with a great defensive effort.
But New Jersey gets one more chance, and again, it's Steph.
He's going for the win.
You're right. Is right. 106-104 is the final. The San Antonio Spurs over Stephon Marbury in the net. Steph goes for 34 and 6. David Robinson, 25 points, 13 rebounds, 6 losses by 2 points for the New Jersey Nets. Ouch. 106-104 is the final from the Alamo Dome. Orlando Magic, Washington Wizards, MCI Center tonight. Orlando up by 2. Big old scramble going on here. White shirts back the other way. The rookie, Rip Hamilton, ties the game. And then it's Chucky Atkins. You said before the season, watch, this guy's going to land somewhere and make an impact, and he did.
He had a great preseason. It just carried over throughout the season. Doc Rivers has great confidence in him.
He had 15 points tonight. Rip Hamilton, the rook, career-high 25 points in 26 minutes off the bench. Ties the game, but here comes the game winner.
Rule number 101, at the end of the game, switch every pick and roll. The Wizards not playing good defense. That's why you're not a good basketball team right now.
Pat Garrity only hit 1 bucket in the second half, and it was a big one. They win it 87-85. Hamilton going for those 25 points, as we said, the career high, but the Wizards lose 87-85.
Rule 101.
They're 6-15 since Michael Jordan jumped into the front office. Are the Wizards. Hey, tomorrow night, TNT, the Suns and the Rockets. Charles Barkley makes his studio debut here. He's the newest member of the Turner Sports family. He's played for both of those teams. Going to be great to have Charles in here tomorrow night. And inside the NBA, one of the stories we're going to have Craig Sager reporting on Laz Burrell, the Sonics rookie from Cuba, who has befriended Elian Gonzalez, the youngster involved in that highly publicized international custody case between the U.S. and Cuba. That story tomorrow night on Inside the NBA. When we come back, the Lakers and the Clippers. Shaq and company take aim at their second 16-game winning streak of the season against a team that now has a legendary big man on the bench. You know who we're talking about. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, an assistant with the Clips. What's his take on that gig?
I had to overcome just a lack of belief that I had the temperament for it and that I really wanted it. And that took a while before people realized I was serious about it.
T-minus 4. That DNA looks human. 3, 2, 1.
In 4 days, Mission to Mars. Rated PG.
Whatever life throws your way, you gotta be ready. No sweat. You've got new Speed Stick Clear Stick Antiperspirant. Unlike gels, new Clear Stick goes on dry to keep you dry. And dry, clearly, is the whole idea. New Speed Stick Clear Stick.
Log on to hoopstv.com.
Where you had to go, I hated the thought
enough of you, baby.
Inside the NBA is presented by
Hyundai.
You were all over that one. Congratulations, Kenny. Birthday number 28 for Shaquille O'Neal. And boy,
looking sharp.
Did he impress the legendary Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on this night? First half action, Shaq inside, gets his own rebound, and he had 11 dunks on the night out of his 24 field goals, and works on Anthony Avent there. And little more Shaq inside. He had 26 points at the half.
That sign was by the Clippers saying, happy birthday, happy birthday. We're giving you all of these dunks, Shaq. Every basket wide open, nobody around you. We're not even going to try to foul you.
He had 30 at that point. We're going alley-oop again.
Happy birthday. There it is again, another Clipper.
As if they need to be reminded. Here he goes inside again.
Where's Kareem? Put Kareem in the game. He's on the bench. He can do something.
It was this kind of a dominating performance by Shaquille O'Neal. The Shaw-Shaq redemption from Brian Shaw to Shaquille O'Neal. More inside stuff off the glass with the foul. More inside stuff with the spin.
Hey, Ernie, are you out there, Ernie? Ernie Johnson's gone. Look at this. What is going on here? Ernie, play defense. Good pass, Ernie. Oh, my God.
Shaq goes to Kobe for that one. You're wondering, what kind of a night is the big fella having? 61 points.
Knock it off.
23 rebounds.
Get out of here.
24 out of 35 from the field. I'm not 13 out of 22 from the line.
Unreal.
123 to 103. First time a guy has gone for at least 60 points and at least 20 rebounds since 1969 when Wilt did it for the Lakers. 61 points, the season high, beating by 10 the number that Vince Carter had put up there. 23 boards. Man alive, happy 28th birthday to Shaquille O'Neal. What more can you say or yell than what you've already said and yelled over those highlights, Jet?
Ernie, I watched that game as I was watching our game.
Of course.
We have all of those televisions
we're
upstairs in the green room.
Yeah.
They did not double-team this man at all. I could not believe, how could you not double-team Shaquille O'Neal consistently? It was very inconsistent. The guy's got 30 points, 40, you see 50. You're going to think sooner or later, at 40, they're going to start double-team. They did not double-team him. It was a happy birthday from the Los Angeles Clippers. That was your gift.
And didn't you love what Vince Carter said after the game when Reggie Thea said, you know, you had 51, but Shaq went for 61?
He's like, what?
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? He plays the Clippers on Wednesday night of this week.
What?
Let us talk about L.A.'s other team, the Clippers. They began the night with the NBA's worst record and wound up the night that way, too. But new head coach Jim Todd has assembled a legendary staff. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Dennis Johnson, both hired last month, have a combined 9 championship rings. Cheryl Miller reports on the job of imparting that championship feeling to a franchise that's known nothing but despair.
Kareem post up. They go to Kareem. Kareem backs in. Hook shot. It's up. It's good. It's good. The all-time leading scorer in the history of professional basketball. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Bird, double. Dennis Johnson, 2 seconds. It's good. The game is over.
Do people come up to you and say, hey, with as much success as you guys have had, why the Clippers?
You know, if we were coming into a place where everything was peaches and cream, we would not even raise anybody's awareness about anything as far as our abilities as coaches.
How do you turn this organization and this mindset and the players around?
I think you have to get guys to come out of the old habit of, I don't want to be a Clipper, I don't want, you know, first of all, there's only 29 or 435 of these jobs left. There's no better job than this in the world. And I think when you get them to that point, then you can really start working with them.
Despite Kareem and DJ's track records as players, the two have had their own struggles in securing coaching positions in the league. Kareem even chose to spend a year coaching high schoolers on an Apache reservation in Arizona. They believe the reasons for being passed over may be both professional and personal.
I was coaching before, I mean, back up in Boston, and I took that road from doing the CBA scouting to moving up to 3rd assistant, 2nd assistant, 1st assistant. And then somebody told me, you know, if you really want to be a head coach and kind of get your own team, you have to go through the CBA. I went there and became a head coach and then wound up getting a call from Elgin and Jim.
I had to overcome just a lack of belief that I had the temperament for it and that I really wanted it. And that took a while before people realized I was serious about it.
What was the concern about your temperament? Did that surprise you that came up at all?
Well, I was aloof as a player. I did not have a very great relationship with the press as a player. And people choose to remember those problems rather than what I brought to the teams that I played for.
When you look at guys like some of your ex-teammates, like Danny Ainge and Chris Ford, Larry Bird, even Doc, did you guys ever get frustrated? Because it seemed like those opportunities were readily available where here you guys were, and it was tough to get phone calls back.
I can understand, as a player, my talents were unique and in high demand, all right? As a coach, I'm one of hundreds of people who want to coach, and I have to distinguish myself in that circumstance.
The young Clippers listened to Kareem and DJ. After all, they have traveled and succeeded on the path they now want their players to follow.
Kareem, I call him Daddy Abdul because it's his knowledge of the game. When they talk, you can just tell everyone's listening. You know, all eyes and ears are on DJ or Kareem when they talk because, they've been there. They played the games we played, and the games that we haven't been able to win yet, they've won.
When Dennis Johnson first came, and when I saw him, the first thing I could think of, the first thing I remembered was the pass Bird made to him, after steal when they won the championship from the Pistons. They've been successful, they've been champions, they've been winners.
The two assistants don't shy away from mixing it up on the hardwood.
With Dennis Johnson, I don't know how old he is, but he still has it. He takes a lot of our guys one-on-one, beats them, takes some of our post players, plays defense in them, and D's them up.
Well, I had heard you're ready for a comeback, that you were running the point, the jumper was falling. I heard the sky hook was still in force.
The sky hook is rusted out. We have a few flashback fantasies. The guys.
They last for 2 or 3 minutes.
They indulge us for a few minutes in half court, and then we get back on the sideline where we belong.
DJ and Kareem are signed through the end of the season. Their futures with the Clippers, as with some of their young free agents, are uncertain. But for now, it's clear that Kareem and DJ are committed to the players and to the organization.
In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, Jesus, just what if we can make a difference, and what if we can make a change? When we do, then it won't be, what about them Clippers anymore? They'd be saying, well, how about them Clippers?
They do bring a wealth of experience, do they not? You look at the seasons just for Abdul-Jabbar and Dennis Johnson combined. Compared to the Clippers and the 9 championships, the playoff games outstanding. 417 between those two compared to 35. And 3 retired numbers, 2 of those belonging to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, retired by the Bucks and by the Lakers. When Inside the NBA rolls on, we're going to check out the Sacramento Kings, hoping that a little sleight of hand will carry them past the Mavs at Arco. And in Portland, would it be more half man or more half amazing as the Raptors took on the Blazers?
A 747 loaded with passengers. A bomb loaded with nerve gas.
Captain, we're hitting more turbulence. I think you should move away from the device.
A pilot with nowhere to land. 8 Eastern, Sunday night, only on the Superstation.
In death, there are no accidents. No coincidences. And no escapes. You've cheated death. Now you have to figure out how it's coming back at you.
Final Destination, rated R.
I'll see you soon.
Nice seats. Watch this. Excuse me, sir. I trade you a Wendy's chicken nugget for your seat. Sure. This is more like it, man. I can do better. Nuggets for your seats?
Sure. Wendy's chicken nuggets are irresistible pieces of all-white meat. Best yet, they're just 99 cents. It's a small price to pay for great chicken.
Sir, nuggets for your seat. How do you think I got here?
Don't forget the nuggets.
How far do you have to go to be the best on Earth? A long, long way. Introducing an all-new ATV with Honda's legendary reliability. A Available with push-button shifting and four-wheel drive. The new Honda Rancher. For the ranch we call Earth.
Hyundai brings you Inside the NBA here on TBS. Dallas and Sacramento. Chris Webber working on Dennis Rodman and banking it off the glass early. 16-4 lead. Now look at the great look by Webber inside the Vlade Divac.
Best passing big men in basketball, Vlade Divac and Chris Webber.
Three-point play, 27-13. Jason Williams. Feed inside to Corliss Williamson. And the route is on for Sacramento. White shirts in transition. What will Jason Williams do with this one?
He kept it simple, Ernie, and he gets the dunk.
You're always asking him to do that, and he did, as he fed Vlade Divac. And then Webber, again, what a great pass inside.
Don't keep it too simple for me, Jason. I still want to watch.
Dennis Rodman, 2 points, 8 rebounds. Very slow night. They're 3-8 with him in the lineup. Sacramento Kings cruise 130-109. Toronto Raptors, Portland Trail Blazers. The game you saw on TBS tonight. Vince Carter did not disappoint.
Half amazing.
Detlef Schrempf, Rasheed Wallace. The early Portland lead. But there were a couple of long runs made by the Raptors tonight. Look at that move by Vince Carter off the feed by Muggsy Bogues, who was, as always, a spark plug. And three-point field goal is a major difference in this game.
That's the difference with Vince this year. He's able to hit the long-range shot. Tracy McGrady's able to hit some long range. Doug Christie hitting long range. That opens up their game. But this is the guy who does it every night, and that's Del Curry. But right here, Christie was on fire, and that was the difference.
Bonjour, and it's another one.
Pepe Le Pew.
The Toronto Raptors, 109-90. As we said earlier, the only team in the NBA to beat the Blazers and the Lakers on their home floors this season. 109-90 is the final. Which brings us to Kenny's Court. And I have a feeling you're going to talk about half man, half amazing.
Well, let's talk a flashback. We saw what happened tonight in the game, and I thought the jump shot really opened up his game. But this right here is his real game. This is the game that everyone comes to see. The between the legs, off the dribble. This is what you're thinking. Now, what is he looking at right here, Ernie? What do you think he's looking at?
He's looking at that old-fashioned white backboard.
Oh, the old-fashioned white backboard. But he's in the air, between the legs. Everyone is motionless right now. This is the type of ability that the young man has, but the jump shot is opening to all of this. And I'm waiting to see this in the game where he could just pull this out, and we can see Tracy McGrady bounce the ball. We do it in the game. Tracy's walking up. He's like, what am I going to do? What is Vince going to do? When is he going to dunk this? When is he going to come down? But this young man is just right now all amazing in this 6-game winning streak. This is a flashback to the dunk contest. But like I said, he's more than a dunker right now.
And the Toronto Raptors winners. He had 35 tonight, by the way. Excellent job on Kenny's Court. Back to wrap things up on Inside the NBA in just a minute. The Hawks and the Bucks try to settle the issue of who's struggling more.
Every part of your business can now benefit from the internet. Microsoft Windows 2000 was built for the internet. The business internet starts with Microsoft.
Reduce the resistance, and you reduce the drag. That's the breakthrough idea behind Gillette Mach 3. Less drag means less irritation. Only Mach 3 has DLC Comfort Edge blades, streamlined for less resistance. Mach 3 glides through your beard with less drag and pull for far less irritation. For the closest shave, in fewer strokes, with less irritation. Mach 3 from Gillette.
With its spacious interior and serious sound system, the 2000 Ford Focus is a party waiting to happen.
At any any given second. In here, it's always Friday.
Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. How, 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 how.
Right this second, Friday's famous Jack Daniel's grill is heating up, and we're covering your favorite entrees with our signature Jack Daniel's sauce.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Inside the NBA on the Superstation is brought to you by TGI Fridays, home of the Jack Daniel's Grill.
Welcome back. Two more scores to throw your way before we go tonight on Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. 33-point win for the Milwaukee Bucks all over the Hawks, 111-78. And earlier tonight on TBS in Game 1 of our twin bill, the Phoenix Suns are now 14-0 at home against the East, and they've won 11 straight at America West, 100-92 over the Miami Heat, who fall into a first-place tie in the loss column with the Knicks in the Atlantic Division. Coming up next here on TBS,
Cherokee Kid.
Do you rate this one? You like it?
Sinbad. I'm feeling Sinbad.
And that's a wrap for Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. For Kenny Smith, for our entire TBS NBA Monday crew, Ernie Johnson, bidding you a good night as we wait for Charles Barkley to get here.
Hey, my birthday's Wednesday. Hey, I want to play the Clippers.